How's it going, friends? Major world events are happening one after another right now. There's a pretty significant development in Finland. The parliament passed an emergency constitutional exemption that gives the government the power to suspend asylum. Now, the power ends in 1 year, and they're only supposed to do it for 30 days at a time, and there's a bunch of limitations and caveats. But the bottom line is it opens the door to something that could end up being quite significant. Now, as far as I know, only one EU country has ever suspended asylum before. That was Greece in early 2020. March of 2020, Erdogan got mad at the EU, canceled a migration agreement, and was busing illegal aliens straight to the Greek border. They were rioting, they were trying to break down the border fences, they were fighting with Greek police. Greece said, we're in a crisis, we are suspending asylum. No one who comes in for the next 30 days will be given the so-called right to file a fake asylum claim, which is not even legitimate under any international asylum conventions anyway. And you won't get free food and shelter. You're just going to be deported right away. And the radical left all across the world was jumping up and down, screaming and yelling, how dare they do this? This is a violation of basic human rights. This is criminal. And they claimed that it was illegal under the European Convention on Human Rights, which all EU members have to sign. However, there is a built-in loophole because these rights can actually be suspended if there's a national crisis or major security threat, etc. And so what happened was the EU rushed in, placated Erdogan, probably gave him everything he wanted, and they promised to give Greece new Coast Guard boats. And so Greece did not renew the ban on asylum after the first 30 days. So they let the original 30-day ban expire and then went back to letting people file fake asylum claims again. Now, the situation in northeastern Europe, if you don't know, is that illegal aliens from all over the world come through Russia and Belarus and try to get into Poland, Finland, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania. Now, Poland's been all over the news for a while. They've got big border fences and a border guard, and the migrants riot and fight with the Polish border guards. And by the way, these aren't Russians. These aren't even people from former Soviet republics. These are people from Africa and the Middle East. Some of the main places are like Somalia, Eritrea, Yemen. Now, Finland, as far as I can tell, makes it very easy for them. There's been things in the news about Finland supposedly doing this and that and keeping border crossings closed more. But ultimately, in 1 minute, I found a Finnish website advertising when and where to go to show up at the border to file your fake asylum claim and to get into the country and go on welfare. They make it very easy. And a lot of them, they want to get to Finland because it has some of the most lavish welfare benefits of any EU nation. Now, Finland apparently grants people the right to file these fake asylum claims in their constitution. And to create an exemption to a constitutional right, they need some huge supermajority. And believe it or not, they got 84% of Parliament to vote in favor of this. It was 84 to 16. Only the most extreme left-wing parties voted against it. This is how they did it. The center-right National Coalition and the Conservative Nationalist Party, the True Finns, they said, Putin is doing this to us. Putin is sending illegal aliens from Africa to our border as part of hybrid warfare against Finland and to hurt our country. And so we've got to suspend asylum to stop Putin. And if you oppose this, then you're Putin's puppet. You're in league with Putin. you're helping Putin hurt the West in Finland. And it worked. It worked. 84% voted for this. And like I said, it could be a lot better. It could be suspend asylum for the next year. Asylum could be suspended for 30 days at a time with a bunch of caveats, and then the government loses the power after 12 months. So there's all these huge caveats. But here's the thing. So right now, the radical left is jumping up and down screaming, this is criminal, this is pushbacks, this is a violation of human rights, and it's a dangerous precedent. They keep saying dangerous precedent. It opens a door, which is not a dangerous precedent, it's a great precedent. And it does open the door. Because now you could have Lithuania, Poland, possibly Latvia. I mean, in a matter of weeks, they could all start passing similar or even stronger bills. And suddenly, there's an entire block of EU countries defying this asylum scam. Hopefully, a major tipping point is coming. You get right now people like Emmanuel Macron going way to the right on immigration, Ursula von der Leyen going way to the right on immigration. You got the head of the German Green Party publicly saying that the German people were lied to in 2015 and given false promises that all these people were going to be deported, and none of them have been deported yet. I mean, every single country in the EU right now, a majority of people want immigration stopped in polling data. So you've got politicians everywhere pivoting to the right on immigration because they know that being pro-immigration is a major losing issue for you politically. And so just out of necessity, you have people suddenly reinventing themselves as, anti-immigration hardliners. This week, the EU Parliament will vote on whether or not to re-elect Ursula von der Leyen as president of the EU Commission. Now, I think I said the wrong thing in the last video. She's voted on by the Parliament, but she's president of the Commission, which is a different branch of the EU government. It's super convoluted. There is an EU president of Parliament, although that's a much less significant position. But if she's re-elected as president of the Commission, then there will be a whole process to pick a new parliamentary president, the 14 vice presidents of Parliament, and all the committee chairmen, which I think there's like 27. And so that's going to be very interesting to see how many spots the nationalist parties get out of the 14 vice presidents and all the committee chairmen. So there could be some interesting things happen there. All right. Thanks for watching this video. Click the like button, post a comment below, tell me what you think about this, and click the subscribe button. New video every few days.